Hi, welcome to the Crafts channel. My name's Corinne Bradd and I'm here to show you a way of coordinating your embossing with your rubber stamping. What I've got here is I've got a nice little congratulations embossing folder. If you've never done embossing with your die cut machine, it's very simple. You place a strip of card. The right card would be a good idea. And what you need to do, I don't know if you can see it in this camera, you can see the word congratulations. You need to make sure that your card is the same way up as the wording. If you put your card in upside down, then your wording will come out reversed. So just pop it in there, make sure it's square, and then with most die cutting machines there's removable shims, so you can change the depth of the die cut for embossing folders, thin dies, thick dies, all kinds of things. Make sure you've got the right selection of plates, and then just pop your folder with the card inside your machine, between the plates of your machine, and just roll it through. I've found actually if you use a good quality metallic card, you get quite a nice embossed design on there. It's come out quite well, but what I want to do is I want to highlight it so I can coordinate it with some rubber stamping. Now I'm going to trim it down first of all, because if I wait until later I'm just going to get ink absolutely everywhere, and I've got clean fingernails and a new shirt on today, so I don't want to get ink absolutely everywhere. And I'm using, I don't know if you can see on here, the very faint line left from the embossing folder as a guide to my trimming. I'm sure there's people out there that think, for goodness sake, you've got a gridded cutting mat underneath it, why do you not use it? I don't know why I don't use it. I do use it for cutting cardstock, but for things like this, where you can actually see where the line is, it's just much quicker. So pop those bits in the bin. Just to one side a minute. So you've got your raised design, and I've got a bit of sandpaper. Now this is 120 grit sandpaper from your local DIY store, and if you just rub over the top of it like this, you can see I'm taking the metallic off the letters but not off the background of the card. Don't go too hard. If you go too hard you will take this, you know, I've gone too hard here, you'll take the background off, but a little light rubbing takes that non-porous metallic surface off, and it leaves you with the white card underneath. And I'm just going to do this on the back of a bit of card so I don't wreck my cutting mat. This is a simple pigment ink pad. If you very lightly put the ink directly onto the paper, what it will do is it will darken up your lettering on the porous bit of the card. And because this pigment ink takes a little while to dry, what you'll find, if you leave this just for a minute or so to allow the ink to soak into the porous part of the paper, you can then get a bit of kitchen roll and just rub away the background. So essentially what you're left with is this. Because I want to coordinate this with some rubber stamping, and this is going to be a congratulations card. Get your clear stamps. Here we've got a nice alphabet set here, and it's a nice typeface as well. It makes a hell of a difference. Now I'm going to do this in a peculiar way. The reason I'm going to do this is because I'm left-handed and I tend to smudge things. If you're left-handed when you write, you tend to smudge your writing as you're going from left to right. So I'm starting at the end, and you're going to think I'm really odd for this, but it does make a difference. Most normal right-handed people will have no problem with this at all. Start at the end to do my message. It does also mean you need a degree of intelligence to remember how to spell a word backwards. I can tell you now there's numerous times I've transposed letters and put them in the wrong order. And you don't need a lot of ink on these stamps either. The temptation is to really squish it down on your ink pad, and so it's a really dark colour. But, you know, when you transfer it to the card, you risk having the outline of the stamp showing up, nasty little lines, it squidges out from the side of it. So in this case, less really is more. Oh, don't need to take that off. There's two S's in past, isn't there? So this is how I would rubber stamp. And as I say, right-handed people would start at the beginning of the letter, but hey, we've been through that. So when you've done that, you finish up with your message. This is for my friend's daughter's driving test results. Got a nice piece of card here, and again we've stuck with the foily side of things as well to coordinate with the congratulations foil. And all you need to do is grab a couple of foam pads. I'll just use 2 for now, but you probably would want to use more, and this is where I do use the grids on my cutting mat, is to line up the top of that card so that I can get this perfectly square on the card. And I quite like the deep pink of this, so I'm going to put this not right at the bottom, but about there. And that lines up with the edges of the card. So there you go. Quite a simple card, but it does mean that you can use various techniques and it all pulls it together with the colour combination that you've got. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you'd like to find out where you can get your embossing folders and the rubber stamps that I've used in this video, please see the description at the bottom of it, and I'll see you next time. Hey, if you've been inspired to make, please share your craft in the comments, and if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button below. Do you want to see more from us at the Craft channel? Then hit subscribe. See you next time.